Toulouse and Munster, folks. I think I've started to got the knack of getting the right games to watch. This one was a bit of a cracker. 20 points to 16. Toulouse get their win at home in front of a pretty vocal home crowd. But we'll go through some key events and stats. You guys can let us know your thoughts. We'll see if my children wake up during this video because it's 7:15 in the morning here in NZ. They shouldn't be too far away. Got up a couple of hours ago to watch this one. Slightly delayed, but as I said, pretty glad this is the one I picked to watch because it was a bit of a ding-dong battle. But like I said, the crowd was great. And I guess riding a wave of that early fever pitch at the stadium, Toulouse started way sharper. I mean, Omani concedes a penalty early on. And Jaminet, who's got that, he's renowned for that boot of his. He puts them in front 3-0 Toulouse. First Munster chance to attack. They throw right to the back of the line out, which is maybe, I guess, it's like a goal kicker, right? The first one you want to throw as the hooker. It's maybe not the tough move to the back, and sure enough, they lose that line out. So first chance gone for Munster. And on 7 minutes, Toulouse are really cracking through some phases. And can they finish it off? Yep. Peter Aki with a really wide ball after a long build-up goes to Malia out on the right wing. And sure enough, it's 8-0. Munster, to their credit, very nearly had a turnover in that first try for Toulouse, the only try for Toulouse. They were very, very close to pinching that ball, but not quite. So 8-0. And Jaminet makes it 11-0 on like 16 minutes. When Munster have had the ball, they've genuinely been getting pushed backwards by Toulouse's line speed. So at that point, it's not looking like it's going to be a great day at the office for Munster. I mean, they do get a little ball down the Toulouse end. Marchand just wins a turnover. So nothing is really going right for Munster early on, especially when Mike Haley goes off and Fekitoa has to come on in his replacement. So, like I said, first kind of 25 minutes, half an hour, mostly Toulouse. Not that much been going on for the Munster boys, but they've only conceded the one try and a few kicks to Jaminet. Munster, though, on 29 minutes, they finally get things cracking, man. They get a penalty inside Toulouse's 22. I think I can hear one of the kids. And they go for a tap and go. Why not? Give it a crack, see what they can get through. And sure enough, man, when they go through some phases, they get advantage, and eventually, it takes some doing, but eventually Josh Hodnett goes over for the try. It was bloody hard work, but they get it done. Missed conversion, and Carberry was not striking them nicely, which when you look at the scoreline, is you can't just blame it on him, but honestly, he just wasn't hitting the ball nicely from the tee. It's 11-5, so missed conversion, but that's at least a bit closer to being game on. Cyril By's under a bit of pressure at the scrum. First time I saw him kind of get buckled a wee bit, he didn't get pinged because the ball managed to get out, but not long later he does get pinged, and that leads to a Munster attack down Toulouse's end. Toulouse conceded a penalty on defence. Munster opt for the 3. It's not a great strike, but it goes over, so 11-8. That's probably back to being game on. And then before half-time, Toulouse put on a heap of pressure, but Munster's defence manages to hold. So, man, 11-8 at half-time. Considering how things were in the first 25 minutes, I think Munster will certainly be happy with the way they came back. Sometimes it takes a team until half-time when the coach has we rant at them in the sheds that they actually managed to turn things around. But Munster managed to do it on the field, which was pretty pleasing. Second half, Munster even go into the lead with what is certainly, I think, the try of the game. Not necessarily in terms of the phases, but just the skills and the build-up to this one. Munster can play some really nice rugby, man. Gavin Coombs with a pass behind the back. Casey looks like he might be going to go close, but he kind of gets ankle tapped. They're able to keep the ball alive, though, and then Carberry puts in a cross kick. There's a pass or two more, and it ends up with Tyg Byrne, who takes a couple of knocks in this game, but Tyg Byrne, always immense, Mr. Everywhere. He's able to get over the line to make it 13-11. It's a poor conversion attempt, like I said, but Yeah, man, Munster, 13 points to 11, are in the lead away at Toulouse. The crowd is sounding a bit stunned, but they did bounce back not too long later in Toulouse with a 50-22 from a scrum. Intermac was looking for those quite a lot in this game, and that ends up directly leading to points. They ended up winning a penalty on attack, do the Toulouse boys. So it's a penalty. Jaminet knocks that one over, 14 points to 13. But Munster get one in response from the restart. So real tit for tat kind of stuff. I can confirm my children are awake. What are we saying? Munster get a penalty from the restart, basically. So 16 points to 14. They're back in front. Although that is going to be the last scoring of the game for Munster. Intermac, though, with a great touch finder in reply. This one's not a 50-22 because it's been passed back into their own half. But Munster concede a pretty soft penalty at the resulting line-out. Jaminet slots it, so 17 points to 16 back in front. Gets a bit worse for Munster when Healy, who's come on for Carberry with a carry, his forearm is too far away from his body. He even gets yellow carded for that one. I think it was like Barassi that he hit in the throat. Rode up from the chest, which is maybe a little bit tough. But yeah, yellow card it is. So just makes it that bit extra hard to kind of chase the game down, doesn't it? When you've got only virtually 10 minutes to go and you've got a man down to do it. Toulouse, they start putting the pressure on at scrum time. Remember, both sides have swapped their front rows by this point. And it ends up with a penalty. Tough kick from the sideline for Jaminet, but he slots it pretty comfortably. Every kick he hit was pretty nice, and even the conversion that he missed was not far away. He was striking it pretty sweetly. So it's 20 points to 16. That's the final score of the game. Like, he hit that final penalty from the sideline. As soon as he hit it, he ran because he knew it was going over. So Toulouse, I mean, they did try to really finish Munster off with a try. I get the feeling they were a bit, I don't want to say insulted, but they wanted to give their crowd something. I don't think Toulouse fans were expecting, maybe they were, it to be a 4-point game by 80 minutes. But Toulouse maybe don't like being outscored in terms of tries at home. They wanted desperately to finish with a try. Like when it was 80 minutes, Toulouse could have just kicked the ball out. But they still wanted a try. I don't think it was going to help them because they weren't going to get a bonus point if they scored another try. Was 5 or 7 points difference really going to be that important? They really wanted that last try, but I mean, you risk potentially losing the game if something catastrophic happens. You're only 4 points ahead. If Munster get an intercept, they could go and win the game. I don't know, but they didn't get it. Munster's defense ended up holding. Toulouse ended up knocking the ball on, so game over. 4-point win for Toulouse. I mean, the stats finish: possession 55-45, territory 60-40 to Toulouse. Maybe that's to be expected. Run meters though, 392 to 526. So Munster outrun them. Toulouse outkicked them 22-17. Intermac, like I said, was really especially trying to find space in the Munster backfield. Defenders beaten 24-19, but that's partly down to Dupont because Dupont gets 11 defenders beaten. The next best guy, I think, had 3. So the Dupont factor is a genuine thing. Clean breaks 2-3 to Munster. The tackling percentages are pretty even, 84-86 with Munster having to make a lot more tackles than their 86% with 142 tackles to Toulouse's 103. The goal kicking, like I mentioned, 5 from 6 for Toulouse. And the one that was a miss, as I mentioned, was pretty close. Like Jaminet was watching it, seeing if it would sneak in. And Munster 2 from 4. So a bit of a difference there. Coombs, your top run meter guy for the game, which is unusual for a loose forward, but 78 meters from him. And the top tackler with 18. So the guy is a machine. Barassi has 61 for Toulouse. He's their top guy. Dupont's 11 defenders beaten, like I mentioned. Fekito comes off the bench and gets 3. Marchand is man of the match with his 3 turnovers, 1. But good game. Really good game. Back and forth. Lead changed multiple times, which was what I like to see. The crowd was, as I said, very vocal. Made themselves feel part of the game. So, interesting stuff. Both these sides are going to qualify for the next round anyway. So we'll see how things line up with the resulting game. I think Edinburgh's playing as we speak. But you guys let us know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.